Hey house guests, welcome to today's bbcan 9 updates and spoilers. Our house guests of the day are Diane Honor and Nora Ledford. Thank you both so much for the support. We could not do this without you and we appreciate it so much, so thank you again. And if you guys want to be house guests of the day, check out our Patreon link in the info box below. Alright, so when we left off yesterday, the feeds were down. What now? I feel like they've been off so much this week. That's to be expected with this whole invisible HOH twist, but it seems like they've been doing a lot of sponsor-related activities as well, so I don't know what that's all about. But anyway, before the feeds went down, Jed proposed the Ghost Peppers alliance to Victoria, which is a Final Four alliance with the two of them, Beth and Ty. And it is fake. Everybody except for Victoria knows that this alliance is BS because the throuple is trying to set Victoria up here. I mean, it's real in that if she wins HOH again, they want to make sure that she's going to protect them, and all Victoria wanted was to have like this nice named alliance with the guys, and now she has it, so I could see her being loyal to this for now. But they also are trying to set her up because they want to make sure that if Jed and Ty are being targeted by somebody, that Victoria would be the replacement nominee if one of them won the veto. Not Beth. They do not want Beth to be pulled into this situation. They don't want two of the three to be up on the block together. So Victoria seemed super into this alliance. They're fooling her. Oh, it's so sad to watch. But anyway, the feeds were down nearly 11 hours straight yesterday. It seems like it was some sort of sponsored activity or maybe like multiple that they did all at once. I don't know. But it sounded like there was like something messy going on. They had a nice dinner where a bunch of them dressed up. There was talk of TikToks. I don't know what it was, but I do know that they were all incredibly drained after it and exhausted, and it sounded like it was almost traumatic in a way for some of them. Like, they were all talking about, like, how difficult it was, I think, like, emotionally, so I don't know what's going on there, but the feeds came back around 10:30 p.m. last night, and eventually we got Austin and Ro chatting in the kitchen, and Austin is saying that she's planning to have a serious, long chat with Victoria at some point. And she's talking about, like, a campaign chat. She doesn't realize Victoria's not going to have a vote this week because Victoria is the invisible HOH, and Victoria wants Austin to go. But Brayden, Austin, and Ro, they're all still in denial that Victoria is the HOH this week. They still think that it's Ty. It's wild. But anyway, as of yesterday, well, no, Austin says, as of yesterday, I thought that I would be gone unanimously this week, and now today I'm like, she's realizing maybe if I campaign, there could be a chance for me to stay. Like, campaigning does help sometimes. So Rose says he wouldn't be mad about it if Austin stayed. It'd be pretty good for his game. He says there's pros for her, and there are also pros for Brayden. So Austin says that her and Brayden would be playing very different games. Almost complete opposites. Because she's thinking, if I stay, I'm going to have to win out. I'm going to have to go on a winning streak. I would be a huge target. Whereas Brayden can be like, I'm all alone. My best friend left. Like, I need someone. And he can get scooped up and added to somebody else's already existing alliance or whatever. So Rose says, cool, but let's look at this. He says he doesn't think that Beth or Kiefer are going to be going hard for the next HOH. So he's saying it should be 5 against 2 in the HOH competition, with the 2 meaning Ty and Jed. And he says that's pretty good odds. Like, if you do stay, you wouldn't necessarily have to win because all these other people would go after that throuple. But if you look at it, it's more like 4 versus 3 because Victoria is, I think, siding with the guys right now. And if Beth and Kiefer don't throw it, then it's like 4 versus 5. Okay, So Rose says it would be really good for his game if Austin stays because he is also a big target. So he doesn't want to become target number one if Austin goes, you know what I mean? So it's beneficial for him. But they feel like Canada is probably rooting for their side right now because they're the underdogs. I feel like there's a lot of support on both sides. A lot of support on both sides. It almost reminds me of like BBOTT with like the Ball Smashers and the Late Night Crew, or like BB20 with Faute and whatever the six was. I can't remember now what their freaking name was. You know who I'm talking about. Duh. But anyway, Ro says, let me know how your conversation goes with Victoria. Because if you can get her, I'm pretty sure I can get Tina and Tara. And you only need 4 votes to make something happen this week. So in other news, they want to keep working on Beth moving forward. They want to push how she won't be able to beat Ty and Jed in the final, and that they would choose each other over her. Now, we know that Beth will play along with this. That's part of her plan. She wants people to think that she is scared of going to the end with the guys, and she doesn't want that, and she wants to, like, make a move and take them out. So she will play along with conversations like that. But Ro and Austin, they agree that they would vote for pretty much anyone else over Beth in the end. Damn! They're like, what is she even doing? What is she even doing in this game? Ouch. Yeah, so then we have Victoria and Kiefer chatting in the Destiny bedroom. I just can't with these two sometimes. It's just too much. They're talking about how famous they're going to be after the show. Okay. So they're like, you're going to be the most famous one. No, you're going to be the most famous one. Good luck with that. But they talk about how they've been killing it in the game so far. Kiefer saying he wants this next HOH. I don't think he does. I don't think he actually does, because I'm pretty sure he was talking to the cameras at one point today, and he was like, I don't want this next one because, you know, I'm in such a good spot right now. I don't need to be putting people up on the block. So he feels like also nobody's really looking at him as a target, which I feel like nobody really is talking about going after him at this point, so he is right about that for now. But Victoria says we need to make sure that Tina and Tara are mad at Ty and Jed, I guess so that, you know, they would go after the guys if one of them were to win. And Kiefer says, yeah, Tina and Tara are already frothing at the mouth. They want Beth out. Okay, but, like, what about Ty and Jed? But Victoria and Kiefer both say they also want Beth out. She's so fake all the time. She tries too hard. They're not about it. People do not seem to like Beth at this point. But Victoria says she's hoping somebody else will take a shot at Beth because they can't really be the ones to do it. But she says, like, if Beth goes, now Victoria and Kiefer will be closer to the guys. That's what this is all about. So, I'm like, whatever. So, Kiefer says it wouldn't be the worst thing in the world, you know, if we were closer to the guys. Alright, well, what's up with Tara? What's going on with her? It sounds like she had a rough day yesterday. Maybe, like, she was homesick or something. She was struggling with that. But also, there was this really weird moment when she was apologizing to Ro for, like, a stupid comment that she made about The Simpsons to him. And then the feed's cut. What the F is going on here? What did she say? I don't know. There's been a lot of talk about Tara saying offensive things or, like, with microaggressions. I haven't seen all of the examples of it myself. I'm not saying that she hasn't. I'm just saying I haven't seen them. But from some of the conversations that I have seen her have with people, yeah. So later, Tina, Tara, and Ro were chatting in the Expedia Junior room, and Ro again is saying that they're the underdogs. Canada is rooting for their side, and Tina's like, yeah, I think we can do this. I think we can pull it off. So Tara asks, what do you think about Vic? You know, can we trust her? Is she with us? And Ro and Tara seem to agree that she's on their side. Tara says, I think the other side, the throuple, thinks that they have Victoria. That's because they do. Ugh. All right. But we know that Tina is very suspicious of Victoria. She's been warning everybody, you got to be careful what you say to her because she's playing us right now. So, yeah. Today, Tina was putting in some work with the throuple. She's telling them, don't worry about Tara. If she wins HOH, you guys don't need to feel unsafe. I have a lot of sway with her. I can, direct her to put up certain people, whatever. Which is, I feel like it's so obvious what they're doing. Like, we know that Tina and Tara have talked a lot about putting up Jed and Ty if either of them won. So I feel like them going up to the throuple and being like, we won't put you up if we win. I don't know. It just seems very sus to me. But Tara was pushing this as well. She was talking to the guys saying, I wouldn't put you guys up. All right. We're going to come back to that. But it sounds like Austin has been telling people if she's definitely going to go this week, she wants to have a conference of sorts with a select group of people. Sounds like she's gearing up to do an info dump with some people. So that'll be interesting to watch if it plays out. Back to Tina and Tara. They have a game chat in the Expedia Junior room. Oh, boy. So Tara says, all right, I've got the move. I know what move we should make. Oh, my God. So Tara says she's worried about possible backlash if one of them were to win HOH and put up Jed and Ty together. You knew this was coming. They were just so confident before, like, oh, yeah, we would put up Jed and Ty for sure if we win. But now Tara's saying, if one of us wins, we put up Brayden and Beth. We tell Brayden that we have the votes for him to stay, but that he still has to gun for the POV so we can do this backdoor move. That ensures that we didn't lie to the guys because we didn't put them up initially. And she says, ideally the veto will be used by somebody, and we put up whichever guy we want out. And we can salvage a relationship with the guy that stays. Oh my God. She said if nominations stay the same, goodbye, Beth. This is so messy. This is so messy. I mean, am I being insane? Or, at this point, don't you just put the duo up together? I mean, I know it's a trio, but, wouldn't you put up the two strong guys together? Just make the damn move, right? But also, why would you potentially let the throuple have 2 votes if only one of them is up on the block at the end of the week? That's insane to me. I don't know. It's just crazy. And it just feels like they're kind of wimping out at this point. But Tina says, yeah, we can use that play for next week. But after that, we just got to put up the guys together. We just got to do it. Okay. So, and guys, I'm not saying that I want Ty or Jed to go. I'm just, looking at the numbers here and wanting, an exciting season of back and forth. So, don't take that as me being I don't want Ty or Jed to win. Alright, but in other news, are Brayden and Ty hooking up? What? Okay, so, there was a conversation today between Brayden and Austin, and he was hinting to her that something happened between himself and Ty Balla last night. What? He didn't want to say too much on camera, but what is going on here? I mean, Beth did welcome him to the club last week when he had that, spin the bottle kiss with Jed, right? So now he's with Ty, what is going on here? I'm all for it, but I want to know more because I'm nosy like that. But anyway, Austin campaigned a little bit to Tina, and it was similar to what she was talking about with Ro, saying she's going to be fighting hard if she stays to win competitions. She's got nothing to fear at this point, right? She either goes home or she stays and makes big moves, So she's I'm not afraid to make big moves. I will go after that throuple. And she says, again, Brayden would be playing a way different game than me. He would be able to sit back and be like, well, I lost my best friend, and be more laid back and get scooped up by some other alliance. So, other than that, there hasn't really been much else going on so far today. I think they're all exhausted from whatever they did yesterday while the feeds were down. But we've got 2 days left until the eviction, and at this point, Austin is still going. So that's where we're at. So let me know what you guys think about all this in the comments. I mean, this is a short update, but there's a lot to unpack here. There's a lot going on. The Tara thing, Brayden and Ty. So lots going on. But let me know what you guys think about all this in the comments. And until next time, much love.